वालेकुम नाजरीन, आप देख रहे हैं प्रोग्राम एक्सपर्ट एडवाइस और मैं हूं आपका होस्ट शकील अहमद। नाजरीन, आज का एक्सपर्ट एडवाइस उन पाकिस्तानी स्टूडेंट्स के लिए है जिन्होंने रिसेंटली अपने ए लेवल्स, इंटरमीडिएट, मैट्रिक और अपने जो ग्रेजुएशन के प्रोग्राम्स को कंप्लीट किया और ऑस्ट्रेलिया के अंदर अपनी आला तालीम के लिए ख्वाहिशमंद हैं। बहुत सारे ऐसे पाकिस्तानी हैं जो अभी ये सोच रहे होंगे, ये जानना चाह रहे होंगे कि ऑस्ट्रेलिया के अंदर कब बॉर्डर्स ओपन होंगे और स्टूडेंट इन पर्सन वहाँ पे यूनिवर्सिटीज़ के अंदर अपनी तालीम को जारी रख सकेंगे। इसके साथ साथ आज के प्रोग्राम में हम ये भी डिस्कस करेंगे कि कोरोना की मौजूदा सूरत हाल कितनी बेहतर है ऑस्ट्रेलिया में। साथ साथ अगर पाकिस्तान के अंदर स्टूडेंट्स ऑनलाइन कोर्सेज लेना चाहते हैं ऑस्ट्रेलियन यूनिवर्सिटीज़ के, तो उनके लिए क्या ऑप्शंस मौजूद हैं और ख़ास तौर पर पाकिस्तान में रहते हुए अगर ऑनलाइन कोर्सेज को ऑप्ट करना है या कमिंग सेमेस्टर्स के लिए आपने एडमिशन्स के लिए अप्लाई करना है, तो क्या इनकरेजिंग स्कॉलरशिप्स ऑप्शंस मौजूद हैं। तो इन सब पे डिस्कस करने के लिए आज हमें ऑस्ट्रेलिया से ज्वाइन किया है मिस्टर गैरेथ ने, जो वेस्टर्न सिडनी यूनिवर्सिटी को रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं। गैरेथ, थैंक यू वेरी मच दैट यू हैव जॉइन्ड अस राइट अवे फ्रॉम ऑस्ट्रेलिया। सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, I'd be asking about the current situation that's going on there with respect to corona. I mean, I'll specifically be asking about what is corona situation at the moment there in Australia.
Sure, great question. It's the question that everyone's asking, of course. I have to say, we've been very fortunate in Australia broadly across all states, more or less, in getting control of coronavirus in this country. So in New South Wales, in Sydney, where I'm based and where I'm talking to you from today, we've got a very low case number each day. It's usually less than 10. Many of the cases that we have are returning overseas travelers. So it's under control. And in reality, life, daily life in Sydney right now is fairly normal. Everyone's practicing, social distancing and making sure that they're sort of COVID safe. But businesses are opening, cafes, restaurants, and things have been moving back to normal for some time. So it's a very positive environment for us in New South Wales and in Sydney at the moment. Other states are doing also very well. Victoria's had some problems recently, but again, their government's approach to making sure that the coronavirus is kept under control has succeeded. So Victoria has now come down to, I think, less than 10, 20 cases a day. Very positive.
Oh, that's really great, and it's fantastic to know about the situation there in Australia is getting very positive to come back in normal. Here in Pakistan, people are enjoying their life because the corona cases has drastically reduced here in our country, and almost you can say we are only with a few cases that's going on currently here in our country, Pakistan, as well. This is a great sign around the globe. The corona is basically declining with the passage of time. Fantastic to know about Australia as well. Gareth, coming back to the important question that we have invited you to ask and to discuss on the study option for students there in Australia. So specifically, my first question for you, as a lot of different Pakistani students here in Pakistan are just waiting to get open the borders for Australia so that they can start their study in person on campuses in great Australian University and specifically Western Sydney University. So let our audience know that when borders are about to open.
Well, we are as a group of universities collectively, we are constantly in conversation with both our state government in New South Wales and of course the federal government, lobbying for the borders to be open as soon as possible. What the universities are hoping to achieve in the coming months is an opportunity to commence a pilot program, which we are calling Safe Corridor, where we can invite international students to come to Australia. Special chartered flights specifically for international students to allow them to arrive here and commence their studies on shore. All of that, of course, conducted under COVID-safe circumstances, involving also quarantine in hotels. What we have at the moment, though, is a government that's focused on making sure that the coronavirus situation onshore here in Australia is fully under control. Once they've managed to arrive at a position where they're very satisfied, I am sure they can move forward to the next phase, and there will be the consideration of borders opening. I know students from Pakistan, not only Pakistan, every country in the world, they're seeking that opportunity to come to Australia to study face-to-face onshore. We're looking at next year now. I believe that even semester one in the February intake may be affected. We will see what happens. It's as you know, it's a wait and see game, but we look forward to an opportunity, hopefully in the new year, where we can reevaluate. If it's not semester one on the February intake, there will be the opportunity for July intake. And universities like Western Sydney, particularly for postgraduate business programs and other courses, we do have other intakes during the year, January, April, June intakes. So there are different opportunities for students to start. But yes, we're looking at 2021, Shaquille. It's going to be a little bit of a waiting game, and we hope for the best.
That's fantastic. Of course, the current situation and the borders are closed. Hence, the semester is even not resumed at the moment. So students have to wait for coming couple of months. As you have mentioned, for February intake, there are chances that they can enjoy their studies on campus in personal. We believe that situation is getting better as all over the world. So soon students would be joining their classes in person in Australia too. So keeping in view, if say the situation is not getting better, or the Australian government is taking decisions to close the borders right after February 2021, so then what other options are you guys or the other universities in Australia looking for online semester for students?
Exactly. We thoroughly encourage all of our student applicants and those interested students internationally to consider getting started now in online mode. It's obviously not the ideal, but students have an opportunity to engage and commence their learning. We've been offering students in the July intake of 2020, the recent intakes. We have an intake today for our postgraduate business school starting right now here in September. Those students are commencing offshore, online, doing reduced study loads. So maybe instead of a 4-unit semester, they're doing a 2-unit reduced amount of study, but it's getting started, getting used to the environment of study. And of course, this moves forward to when the borders reopen in 2021, and they will have that opportunity to continue their studies face-to-face here in Australia. We strongly urge, though, all students who are commencing in that mode to apply for the visas. The good news as well is that the visa post opened back in July. So they're processing. Students from Pakistan are receiving their student visas to come and study. And then it's just a matter of waiting for the borders to open to purchase the flight and then to arrive into Australia. So we encourage students to get started online. And if the borders do remain closed for February intake next year, of course, we will be encouraging students to commence in that reduced study load online.
Great. This is fantastic that, of course, the world has to find out the alternative of the studies. So I believe the online education, Western Sydney University, Australia is providing, all the other universities in Australia providing is the fantastic, and students can enjoy the studies. And of course, there was one more benefit, as you have mentioned, rather opting for 4 courses or the 4 modules, they can even opt for 50% modules of the courses as well. So this is another great opportunity for the students. So Gareth, as you have mentioned, online semester, you have taken into considerations to go with currently enrolling students for online semester or for very next coming intake as well. So what are the scholarship you are considering? Because once the students were capable to go in person on campuses, there were many scholarship students were opting for. So what scholarship options are for the students who opt for online semester there at Western Sydney University?
Good question. And what we did, and just to sort of mention our approach, when we moved everything online back in April after the initial COVID period started, we immediately introduced a 10% fee reduction for all students, including those who are on a scholarship. This continued through into the July intake this year for 2020. And it was designed, obviously, those students were onshore, and to give them a little bit of break in the fee payments, and to allow those students who already started in February an opportunity to recoup some of their tuition fees. So we refunded 10% of their tuition fees in April to all international students that commenced with us in February. So that was one of the measures the university took to ensure that the financial situation of our students who were here onshore without their families was going to be positive and a little bit less worrying for them in a financial sense. Because a lot of students back then also had difficulties, some of them lost their jobs and so on. So it was an important decision the university made to look after the students. As we now look forward to next year, for many of our programs, we have decided to maintain a fee freeze for 2021. Some of the courses do have a small, less than normal increase in fee, but most of our popular programs that our students from Pakistan often opt for, these courses will have a fee freeze for 2021. That's one element. In terms of scholarship, we've restructured our scholarship program for international students for 2021, so that now we are estimating around about 80% of our students commencing will qualify for some form of scholarship. So this means for any undergraduate student from Pakistan commencing next year online, there is a guarantee of a $3,000 scholarship, multi-year scholarship tuition fee reduction, which constitutes, it's an approximate 10% scholarship guaranteed for all students for next year.
Right.
With an elevated GPA, that rises up to $6,000 multi-year scholarship. So that will reduce fees again quite considerably every year of their study. And on top of that, there will be a small number of Vice Chancellor 50% tuition fee scholarships available. For postgraduate students, again, a lot of students from Pakistan are particularly oriented towards computer science masters, engineering, some business programs, and a range of postgraduate courses, including things like teaching. We have structured our scholarships for next year such that those students in those programs will be looking at a guarantee of $6,000 multi-year on their 2-year master's degree. So regardless of GPA, as long as those students qualify for our program, they will automatically benefit from the $6,000 scholarship. We have $3,000 as well, and we've lowered the criteria to qualify for that. So healthy scholarships, and we anticipate, rather than around about 50% of our students qualifying, more like 80% will qualify. So it will vastly reduce the cost of study with us at Western Sydney.
Fantastic. So these are absolutely encouraging scholarship for Pakistani students who wish to study there at Western Sydney University, Australia. So as you have mentioned about the encouraging scholarship that you guys are offering, so what about the different program options for Pakistani students who can opt for online studying for a coming semester? So what are the online program options alongside a general fee structure for the programs? Can you elaborate a bit, please?
I can. Western Sydney, as a public institution in Australia, serves, in terms of domestic students, a very wide area of the western suburbs of Sydney. And of course, many students from different parts of Sydney study with us. So we're nearly 50,000 students in total. That means as an institution that large, we have to offer a very wide range, a comprehensive range of programs for students to study at both undergraduate and postgraduate level. From behind me, I'm not sure how clear it is, you can see the discipline areas available at Western Sydney. What I've noticed in my, when I've traveled to Pakistan and spoken to students directly, many of them are asking for postgraduate, undergraduate programs in accounting, business, they're very popular. So the business analytics, MBA programs, Master of Accounting as well. The other ones are often interested in engineering, so undergraduate, postgraduate engineering, civil, mechanical, electrical engineering, very popular. And we have these programs. Again, the appropriate duration, professional accreditation available to international students from Pakistan. ICT, computer science, information communication technology, data science, artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, very popular for students from Pakistan. We have a large number of students choosing those programs. On top of that, health, clinical health programs, nursing, occasionally students for medicine, undergraduate medicine, public health, epidemiology, very topical at the moment, of course. We have a range of other programs in communications, communication arts, teaching. This has become, interestingly, quite a popular choice where we will take students in for Masters of Teaching, which is a teacher education training.
So we can say, if anybody can think of any program, so you have an option there. I mean, the students who are looking for online programs, so all kinds of options are available to study there at Western Sydney University, Australia. So Gareth, a general for undergraduate and postgraduate, what is the fee structure? So can you please guide about the fee structure, please?
When you go onto our website, which is westernsydney.edu.au, you'll see, if you click on the international page and click on fees, you can see a full suite, a full breakdown there. Typically, undergraduate programs at Western Sydney range between, and this is all Australian dollars, AUD, okay, from around about 25,000 a year up to about $34,000 a year, which interestingly sort of translates roughly into rupee as about 25 lakh rupee, 26 lakh rupee, up to about 33, 34, 35 lakh rupee for undergraduate. Depends on the course. Engineering more expensive, things like social sciences, arts degrees less expensive. Master's degrees, similarly, around about the 30,000 Australian dollar mark, 31 lakh rupee per year, up to about 34,000. So this is the range at Western Sydney.
And this fee structure is without scholarship. So once the students get the scholarship, so definitely it will get reduced to minimum.
Yeah, you find for an undergraduate student, that's a guaranteed 3-4 lakh rupee multi-year scholarship reduction on their fees for undergraduate. And same for master's degrees as well. Okay. 3,000 or 6,000.
Great. Gareth, here importantly, I'll be asking about a very important event that's coming on 8th to 10th of October, that you guys are going to conduct free virtual seminar for Pakistani students especially. So this is a great opportunity for Pakistani students who can opt it for. They can they can interact directly with the representative of Western Sydney University, ask about online admissions, on-spot admissions, scholarships, and much more. So this is a fantastic option that you guys are about to give to Pakistani students on 8th to 10th October. This will be basically a free virtual fair. So what you have to say about this virtual fair for our audience, please?
Yeah, it's born out of, normally what I would be doing at this time of year is getting on a plane, flying to Lahore, Karachi, Islamabad, and coming around Pakistan to attend events and participate in fairs, in hotels, so I could talk to students and their families directly. Unfortunately, this year I can't do that. So what we're putting together, and this is myself and my team back at the international office at Western Sydney, is putting on this virtual fair, allowing a window for you to come into our university over 3 days in October. So it doesn't matter what course you're interested in or discipline area, you can come and join one of our sessions that's specific to that. So engineering will be there, built environment, there'll be the School of Business, School of Engineering, architecture, medicine, law, everyone will be there. And plus we're running about 30 different virtual sessions. Other ones that are sort of masterclass ones in engineering, nursing, and clinical health. We're running discussion topic forums about a really interesting one about the future of work, jobs of the future, how to build your employability and future-proof your career. Choose the right course, choose the right destination for your employment in the future. So we're running a great session on that. We've got people coming in. Our students will be there, our existing international students, to talk to you about their experiences. So over 3 days from 8th, 9th, 10th of October, we're running it between around about 11 a.m. PST, Pakistan time, through to about 3 p.m. Pakistan time each day. We'll be there for you. So I encourage your listeners and viewers, Shakil, to go to our website at westernsydney.edu.au/international and just click on the link for International Virtual Fair. Have a look around the micro site, sign up for some sessions you're interested in.
Yeah, great, fantastic. In the end, I'll be giving message in Urdu as well to just join for this session. So it will be great for Pakistan. Of course, it's a great opportunity for students who are sitting at their homes, want to interact with already studying students in Australia. The representative of the university can ask about courses, fee structure, scholarship, and future job options. I mean, this is a fantastic option while sitting at home for the students who are really looking for some sort of information. Lastly, Gareth, I'll be asking that being a partner of Innovative Research Universities, as Innovative Research University is having office here in Pakistan. So how the in-country representative here in Pakistan being helpful for Western Sydney University, Australia and Pakistan?
Yeah, that's great. And a very good point to raise, actually. The IRU, as we call it, the Innovative Research Universities Group, is a small collection of universities in Australia. There's usually one in each state, Western Sydney, of course, in New South Wales. And what we've decided to do was to create an in-country representative to look after all of the innovative research universities in the group in Pakistan. So Ms. 𝙬𝙭𝙥𝙚 can represent us and our interests, and what we're looking to do is forge partnerships and connections with universities, institutions, government ministries in Pakistan, and allowing us a greater ease of communication with potential future business and institutional partners. So it means that, for example, if we want to create a research relationship with a university in Pakistan, 𝙬𝙭 is able to grease the wheels of that machine and make that work for us. If we want to set up an agreement, an MOU, some kind of bilateral agreement with an institution, 𝙬𝙭 is there to make that work, and also promote the innovative research universities to students in Pakistan, and to build the awareness.
Yes, definitely she is doing the fantastic job. That's why I specifically raised this question there, as she has been observed here, very vigilant to promote Western Sydney University alongside the other IRU partners here in Pakistan. So this is something fantastic for students and for Pakistani education as well, that someone is here to interact between the different countries' university and make an engagement for the progress of students and the educationists between two countries. So this is fantastic and much admirable job. So, Gareth, we are much obliged and very thankful that you have given us a time and completely given your insight about studying at Western Sydney University. Thank you once again. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Shakil. Thank you.
जी तो नाजरीन, आपने प्रोग्राम देखा, उम्मीद है आपको पसंद आया होगा। प्रोग्राम में इम्पॉर्टेंटली एक अनाउंसमेंट की गई है जो 8 से 10 अक्टूबर के फ्री वर्चुअल फेयर के हवाले से है। वेस्टर्न सिडनी यूनिवर्सिटी ऑस्ट्रेलिया पाकिस्तानी स्टूडेंट्स के लिए 8, 9 और 10 अक्टूबर को पाकिस्तान में फ्री वर्चुअल फेयर का इनेकाद करेंगे, जिसमें वो पाकिस्तानी स्टूडेंट्स जो ऑस्ट्रेलिया में पढ़ने के ख्वाहिशमंद हैं, उनके साथ रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स के साथ डायरेक्टली इंटरेक्ट करना चाहते हैं, कोर्सेज़ का पूछना चाहते हैं, स्कॉलरशिप के हवाले से मालूमात लेना चाहते हैं और ये जानना चाहते हैं कि क्या वो एडमिशन के लिए एलिजिबल भी हैं या नहीं, तो ये उनके लिए बहुत बेहतरीन ऑप्शन है और चांस है कि वो डायरेक्टली यूनिवर्सिटी के रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स के साथ वाइल सिटिंग एट होम इंटरेक्ट कर सकते हैं। तो 8, 9 और 10 को आप वेस्टर्न सिडनी यूनिवर्सिटी ऑस्ट्रेलिया के वेबसाइट पे रजिस्टर करें अपने आप को और ये फ्री वर्चुअल फेयर जो है इसको अटेंड करें। हाजिर होंगे अगले प्रोग्राम में एक नए एक्सपर्ट एडवाइस के साथ। तब तक के लिए इजाज़त दीजिए। अल्लाह हाफ़िज़।